But yeah, Mayweather there. I don't think anyone knew that was happening. How did that come about with
you? It almost
you?
didn't happen.
And by the way, before I have to ask personally for something. Do you watch Impractical Jokers?
Here and there.
Okay.
Here and there. Not as I don't know every episode. But
okay,
like,
but you do know Brian Quinn, right?
Yeah, I do know. I don't know his name, but I know his face. I know the Impractical Joker's face.
Okay,
because they've been to the show.
Yeah. Did you say hi to him? Because like on the thing, you said hi to Mayweather. Yeah. You gave Mayweather some love over there, and then like he was standing there with his hand up, and he totally got dissed. I don't know if you knew that.
I've done that a couple times actually. I've done it to Pat McAfee too, which is sad. like I'm really bad at that when I
knowing you, I'm watching it and I know it's like, and he even makes a joke about it. He's like, oh, he gave himself a high five. I don't.
See, I played into his bit then. I played into his bit. That's all it was. That's all I was trying to do.
Actually, I think he was put up to it like on Impractical Jokers as one of the challenges.
That's what I saw that on
he had to get a high. Oh, you did?
Yeah, they were like, hey, go photobomb Floyd Mayweather right now.
It was funny, like knowing you, obviously, and I think anyone else could interpret it the same. Like you weren't paid. Like you're in the middle of a fucking match, by the way, too.
No, that was the end of it, actually. But like at the same thing, it was like I did the same thing with Pat McAfee. I was like, I did the kickoff show for one of the takeovers in Chicago, and you know how like takeover is. They're like sitting there and like they're on the stage, like with the mics and stuff. And I was like walking. I had the glasses on at the time. And then like my entrance music starts, I come out and then I'm like walking past and they're doing the kickoff show thing and they're like, yeah, Smurf. All right. I was like,
those moments happen though. Like it's funny. They happen all the time. I've done it too.
It's happened to me so many times, but I get caught on camera with this. I'm like, I didn't see him. My bad.
Yeah.
So like me and Pat made a joke about that like a little bit afterwards, and it became funny. So now
you had to make a joke with Q. You gotta hit up Q.
Yeah. But how that happened? Flash Garments once again. My partner in all this music stuff. Flash and Montezi are like my two closest people in music. Montezi taught me how to rap from ground up, from ground zero, nothing.
And when did you start that, by the way? Like what year
around
was that?
2020.
Okay, that's when you late bloomer to it. Like
very, very, very late. 2019, 2020, and Montezi was just like I think you could do this. So he brought me to the studio to try a song. It was trash, and I threw it out. And then we made Broke Boys. That was the second song we did. And like that's our fan base is like probably one of their favorite songs. And then I was like, okay, I got addicted to it. Once again, my confidence built. I was like, okay, I want to go 16 bars now. I want to go like, okay, I want to do the whole song. Okay, let's get a feature. Let's make a video. Let's do this. Let's do a show. So then like, sure enough, he got me prepped for the bigger time, I should say. And then Flash kind of was like, yo, you're doing some dope stuff. Let's do this. And then we made Big Pressure. Now it's like millions of streams later. And I was like, okay, let's do a cruise. Let's do this. Okay, let's do a video in Seattle. Let's do this. And then so now once again. So Flash is connected with like Floyd Mayweather's kids and a lot of the TMT people and stuff.
Right.
And we've been trying to get Floyd to come for like the last 2 Double or Nothings. He's always in town, but he's always doing something.
He owns Vegas, man.
Oh yeah, like he owns like damn near half the city. So, we got his son, Lil James, to come through, and he's just like, "Yo, pops, they having a banger out here, man. Yo, we got the Black World Champion." Floyd was like, "Black World Champion." You know what? Let me show me the crowd. Let me see the crowd. So he takes the camera out and shows the crowd. He's like, oh, it's packed up here. MGM, yeah, I fought, what's the name? I whooped his ass in that arena. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to come through. And then we didn't hear from him for like a couple matches. So we were like, we're trying to get a hold of him. And then like Flash, like, was like, you know, let's not hit him up. Let's hit his people up around him. He was like, hey, hey, what's he doing? One of his right-hand men, he was like, oh, he's right here. He's like, oh, get him to come through. He's like a couple buildings down.
Yeah.
So like, then we hit up his security guard. He's like, yo, where's he at? Yo, I'm trying to push him to get off the gambling table, man. Trying to get over so we can go with it. So then we hit up the other one of his other friends and like, yo, all right, we on the way. Then they finally like, right before my match, they pull in, I go out and whatever. I take one of the moves from Christian. I'm down. I look over. oh, he made it. He's walking over, that's sitting amazing. Right behind commentary. And like maybe I think we're like 5 minutes into the match. And he sits down and he has a blast. He's like having a great time with it.
Yeah.
So like
the whole crew was like fucking like on point. They knew they were on camera or whatever. They were just, or maybe they didn't. They were just having a fucking good time.
They were moving people around. Like shout out to Linda. She was like moving people, like making sure the seating was right, tickets, where they were going to be right on camera at this time while the show's going on, which is not easy to do, to move people out of their seats while the show is a pay-per-view, not TV. So there's no commercial breaks or nothing. So you're just like, it's live TV, moving this around, making sure this, security, opening this, having a path for like someone in like Floyd to come through with the entourage. It's a lot of moving pieces that go on while like a live production is going. So shout out to the crew and everybody for making it happen. Shout out Amanda Huber. You know, Brody Lee's wife.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to her. She's been awesome with like communicating, and Flash always brings people in. At this point, Flash just needs
I did meet her at in Greensboro. I met her in Greensboro, and I think I met Linda last time you guys had the pay-per-view at the Forum when you fought Hangman there, and that was like the super bloody one. Everything was crazy. That was fucking awesome, by the way. We were all losing our shit. But I had gotten seats, and apparently I was on the hard cam with my buddies. Yeah. And I'd gotten up to go grab a drink. And when I came back, she was like, we had to fill a couple of spots because it was on the hard cam. I was like, oh, just tell us. We won't leave. Like, I just didn't know.
Right, yeah. Yeah, they're really good with that. And, like, Amanda doesn't get enough credit for it. So, shout out to her. I'll give her credit.
Yeah, she took care of me at Greensboro, too. Appreciate that. Yeah.
So, her and Flash always coordinate on, like, seats because every time Flash is at the show, they know he's bringing somebody. So, like, he might as well just be on the roster at this point and get, like, a badge. Because every show they're like, oh, it's Flash, let him in. He's good.